most of us spend the cold and flu season trying to avoid getting sick, but researchers at the University of Calgary are giving a real cold virus to willing volunteers, all in the name of science. Health specialist Leah Sarich is here with what the researchers are looking into.
Isn't that amazing?
I could have just gone there because I've had a cold for the last week or so.
Exactly. So many of us have colds this time of year. But in this specific case, these researchers are the only ones in the entire country that have been allowed to do this, and they're only among a handful in the entire world.
That surprises me.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah, no, it's amazing. So you have to go through a very rigorous process before you're allowed to do this. So what they're doing is they're basically giving the cold virus, it's the human rhinovirus, to study participants, and really what they're trying to do is they're looking at basically why smokers do worse when they get a cold than non-smokers.
We are going to give them what's termed an experimental cold infection, where we will give them a common cold virus. They will experience very minor cold symptoms for 2 or 3 days, perhaps a runny nose, slight headache, but really that's all they would get. This is not the flu virus where you get muscle aches, severe headache, and really feel unwell. Most of us have a common cold probably 4 or 5 times every winter, and other than just having a drippy nose for a day or two, most of us aren't even aware that we have it. And those are the symptoms that people would experience for a day or two.
So they've really just got a tiny little cold that they're getting, you know,
Right.
It's nothing major. But it's, of course, it's in the name of science. So what they're going to do is they're going to do a bunch of testing to these participants before they even give them the virus.
Right.
Then they give them the virus, and then they'll come in for about 45 minutes for about 5 days while they're sort of negotiating those symptoms, and they'll go through a couple of tests. And then 2 days will actually be sort of intense. They'll be there for about 3 or 4 hours, because what they're going to do is give them some really mild sedation, sort of like the sedation you would get if you went to the dentist. And then they'll actually go in and take a little biopsy of the lung to really see what's going on. Oh, it's very mild. It takes 15 minutes. That's just the medical person here. 15 minutes. Takes us no problem. But they want you to hang around just to make sure that you're okay with the sedation coming out of it. So, you know, it's a really rigorous exam. And then basically the participants will be reimbursed for any out-of-pocket expenses. And they're doing this, of course, because they've got a couple of theories as to what's happening right now, and they want to find out what's going on. They're going to test those theories.
Cigarette smoke enhances some of the immune system that may be detrimental to fighting infection. It may cause increased inflammation in the airways, worsening symptoms. And so, for instance, patients who are smokers and also have asthma often have worsening asthma symptoms when they get a cold virus infection than asthmatics who are non-smokers. And we think in that situation it's the cigarette smoke, or the effect of the cigarette smoke is worsening aspects of the airway inflammation by causing an enhanced immune response.
Interesting. So a lot of it has to do with the immune response and inflammation, things we keep hearing over and over again. So they've already had some people go through the study. They've done really well. They've already begun some research. They're looking for more people to participate in the study. So if you'd like to go and get a cold, they would love to have you. So here's what they're looking for. Here's what they're looking for. Healthy smokers. I know that sounds a bit funny, but people who are smoking but are unwell. They're looking for mild asthmatics. And they're also looking for healthy individuals to participate in the study. And again, out-of-pocket expenses will be reimbursed. And if you want to participate, of course, you can just go to my blog and all the information is there.
Okay.
Do remember that, you know, some of these smokers, you know, they often want to know what's going on in their lungs. So you're going to get a lot of information if you go into this study. You get a lot of great care. And then, of course, we're going to maybe get some theories about what's really going on there to help future people.
Oh, yeah. I think this is great.
Yeah.
Clearly, we haven't mastered the art of working with the common cold. So
we have not. Lots to learn there.
Health specialist Leah Sarich, thank you very much for
You're
that.
welcome.